Hello there. Good morning and good evening and namaskaram. A warm welcome to one and all of you. And I want to say good morning or good evening or whichever part of the country you are. I want to wish you a happy day. Yeah, you don't need any reasons to wish each other. Here is a very gloomy morning, and I'm actually getting a lot of yawning, and I want to sleep actually. But then today was strongly emphasized in my heart that I really need to convey yet another important message to one and all of us. These are some of the observations that we share, right? Nothing wrong to share our understanding, our experiences, all that we have gone through in our lives with each other. Therefore, we are helping one another to overcome the difficulties. Between, I want to remind all of us the very reason that we are doing such sessions is to help each other to overcome, right? The only goal that we have conducting these sessions is to build people as overcomers. Today's world is really full of rage, busyness, and impatience, and so many other things are happening. Political situations are changing, economical reformations, a recession is standing at the corner of the street. So anytime it may enter into your lives, into your homes, into your jobs or workplace. So many tensions. So it's very important to help each other to share some of the experiences which we went through. Therefore, we are able to overcome as a mankind. All right, today yet another topic. What is the title of the topic? The title of the topic is, "Are you that pollution to the society?" Right? It's a very funny title, but then just to set the context, all of us are pretty much aware of this noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution, underground water pollution, this and that, right? Recently, there was a flood situation. What happened is the sewage water got mixed up in the main Kaveri pipeline, and all the people were experiencing the same problem. When they open the corporation water tap, they are getting sewage water. So it was a terrible experience, and there was a flood situation. Some of the water, the storm drain waters came inside the house and it gone into the sump, right? The water, the tank where they store water. So all these problems happened. Yeah, these are things that are not in our control, right? The weather gods are not in our control. The situation, the environmental conditions and natural disasters, even natural calamity for that example, is not in our control. Natural pestilence is not in our control. What is natural pestilence? COVID. Air pollution. In air also it spread, and that's why even I got Omicron at the beginning of this year. But there is no study that's proven it's spreading in air. But anyway, so let's leave such topics behind. Let's talk about us, that is you and me and all of us. Are you that pollution to the society? My dear friend, what are you talking? Are you out of your mind? As you said, the weather is gloomy. Probably your head is also filled with some sort of gloomy things. No, I'm telling you the truth. Are you that pollution to the society? There are various parameters. I did not come with preparation. This is all experience. Therefore, we want to share, nothing else, and help each other. You have such experience, please welcome and send me a video. I will upload in my channel, right? You're welcome to do that. There are 4 or 5 parameters I've listed down. And my simple observation on this 4 or 5 parameters is what I want to share. And also I want to tell you some of the mistakes I did was also part of this. Then I have to rectify the errors and then I have to overcome. All of us will have to make efforts to overcome, right? First thing is traffic. Since I'm in Bangalore, I definitely deserve to talk about traffic. Whichever part of the world you are, you please Google traffic at Bangalore, something like that. You will definitely know what it is, right? So some of the Bangaloreans or Indians listening to me, Hyderabadians listening to me, Chennaites listening to me, obviously, the situation is no different at your place too. What is this traffic and what it has got to do with, are you a pollution to the society? Correct. It's very simple. Are we following the rules? Are we definitely sitting in the side of the compromiser seat? Because 8 out of 10 people, they compromise the rules because of so many reasons, and they are not to be fully blamed, but they are to be blamed also. Why they are not to be fully blamed? Because the infrastructure is not up to the mark. A lot of white topping happening, concrete roads, and there are a lot of metro construction happening, elevator flyover construction happening, roads are not in condition, and sewage problem, I mean to say, the stormwater drain comes and gets clogged, and and a lot of stray dogs also, they get caught in the wheel and therefore they apply the brake or they come to bite. eight, nine problems. What would the two-wheeler do, or two-wheeler person do, or what will a four-wheeler person do? What would a pedestrian do? All of us, see, pedestrian also should follow the rules. Having the cell phone on your right ear, and then turning towards the left, and then you, as if you're so shy to look at the right, you cross the road. I have come across so many situations in the middle of the main busy junction, a person carrying a cell phone, and I'm coming from the right, not ready to look at me because she is very shy to look at me, and she looks at the left and she was crossing right. And it was a turning, there was not a bright spot or vicinity, therefore I was about to dash her. With great difficulty I applied brakes, and from behind me there were a couple of two wheelers and all that. We all with great difficulty stopped behind each other. Who was the root cause? This lady having the cell phone. Who is the culprit? You ask the lady, she will say, I will blame the cell phone. Then I think I'm not talking to you. Because why? You don't have common sense, you don't have civic sense, you don't have care for your society. If you have some care for your society, for your people, you want to help them, you will follow the rules. What is the rule? First of all, you cannot cross the road just like that. You need to look for elevated bridges. And BBMP have done a fantastic job. They have built a lot of steel over bridges, and you have to climb over the bridge and then walk. Because they will save some kind of 100 meters, these guys want to cross the road just like that. Another day, one more experience, I'm talking about pedestrians. The guy jumped over the median. They've built the median for this reason, that no animal should cross, because there are a lot of cattle also around in Bangalore, right? We cannot blame the cattle or dog. They're 5 cents animals, poor and domestic animals, we can't blame. But how about you and me? We are 6 cents human beings, correct? We have a lot of wisdom, knowledge, education, all this you have, and common sense. And this guy, with all the baggage, I'm sure he's an IT engineer. Why? Because it happened near Maniata Tech Park, near my house. The guy jumped over the median, and I did not even expect. And luckily, I kind of bypassed him, taking to the left. Luckily, no one was to my left. But the guy, the lorry driver who came behind him, really was about to dash. Therefore, that guy stuck to the median like this, and it was a mere escape. The guy did not die. He did not get killed. So these kind of things happens in the pedestrians. If you're a pedestrian, if you're crossing the road, definitely this is what it is. Two wheelers don't, and four wheelers also, don't skip, jump the signals, and don't try to overtake in a narrow road. And when there is a traffic jam, deadlock situation happens every 1 hour or every 30 minutes near my area, right? What happens is people keep coming to the right. And what happens is you are not giving room to the opposite guy to enter inside. Who are you? You are that pollution to that road, to that society. Who are you? Yeah. And putting the indicator on the right and turning through the left, and that is at least somewhat okay. But then not even putting an indicator, and suddenly, at least you put an indicator, the guy is alertful, he's watching, which is not right. Also putting right indicator and turning to the left, right? But no indicators, and you're suddenly turning to the right. What happens? So many examples I can give, right? So that's enough, I think. So you know who you are. And for example, you're to travel. I traveled to Electronic City for 6.5, 7 years, almost 50,000 kilometers on Bangalore roads. I think if people were to be listed, I will feature top one among the top 10 who travel the most in Bangalore. And I always calculate. I have the time discipline. I leave exactly by 7:45. Therefore, I can be at office by 8:45, something like that. You know the time that is taken. You know the trend of the traffic. Then why are you getting delayed at home? Start in advance. Have the time discipline. What happens is, it's getting late, then you accelerate, you just sit on the accelerator. What happens? You are going to kill somebody, or you are going to crash yourself and dash somebody, or whatever. You both are going to be hurt, right? One such incident was, one guy was zooming over the elevated flyover 60 feet from the ground level, and you know what, he zoomed and flown from the elevated flyover and had fallen down. It happened in Bangalore and Hyderabad also, correct? And when they did the analytical study, they found that the guy was late to work, nothing else. So understand this. Now you know how to judge yourself. Are you that pollution to the society? See, my time is running. Social media. What is wrong with social media? Come on, my friend. Social media is to convey everything that is in our heart, to pour every garbage inside us, to pour every rage inside us, every bitterness, every anxiety, every expectation. No, not necessarily. Why should you pour everything on a social media? You are actually polluting a person, right? There is an admin sitting and watching you. He can also disable your account, right? What a shame. And he can also lodge a police complaint if you have spoken anything against anyone. You have a problem with a politician, you have all the guts, to face a politician, go fix an appointment and go and meet him at his office and tell him what he's doing is wrong. You can't do that, no? So why this kind of cowardly behavior? You always want to register something. I'm talking about, because the most spoken thing is politics. They are divided in the name of politics. Some people are in the name of religion, some people in the name of language, some people in the name of racism, some people in the name of gender, and this and that, right? Always divisions are the ones which is causing you to gossip and garbage each other. Have you ever got this into your mind that we are all human beings? We have been created of the same nature. When somebody speaks ill against you, how much ever it hurts you, it hurts the other person the same way, right? So there is no point we fighting with each other. It is always about dialogues and having peace. In fact, I am a great user of social media too, but I don't keep tweeting and all that, FB and all that. I post some of the videos which are very useful for the mankind. Do something fruitful for the mankind and stay away from the aspects or some parameters which are out of your control. Good example, politics is not in your control and my control. Do you know what they're exactly discussing at the Congress politics office and BJP politics office and this office and that office? You do not know. So leave them. They are actually been appointed by the Indian citizens through a democratic way of election. So please have that respect. Let them do their job. Why are you garbaging? Leave them alone. The best thing that I do is I pray God, please help our politicians to do the right thing for the people and give them wisdom. If you're a believer in God, if you're not a believer in God, fine, you can register, but suggest something that they can use it positively and they're able to serve the mankind, rather than saying this party is bad, that party is good, this religion is good, that religion is bad. Do not please get into all these things. We are actually creating divisions among ourselves. Why is mankind supposed to be united? Therefore, we can grow together. Therefore, we can prosper together. Therefore, we can do the right things for our nation. And we are a blessing to the nation, right? So, in this kind of gossips and this kind of, social media garbaging each other's ears, we are wasting time. We are pulling each other's legs. We are actually getting into emotional outbursts. Our mood spoils, and ultimately you may get into manhandling situation also. Then you may say, come to that corner, I will come to this corner, let us see who is big. And you will both fight and land up in jail, right? And you cannot change anything by doing that, correct? No. So think through it. All right. So now in this way what happens is you will gang up 10 people behind you. The guy would not even have any idea on that fine morning that he is going to end up in jail. But who was the reason? You were the reason. You triggered something and therefore he lied. Because all the rage in his mind and heart really, kind of matched with your rage, and therefore you became very good partners. Correct? But for what reason? Negative reason, right? It is not going to help you march forward by any means. Please, to possible extent, stay out of social media. Do something productively. You have a lot of talent. I know there are a lot of good singers, there are a lot of good speakers, there are a lot of good motivational speakers. Or if you're good in your religion, you are a religious speaker, do it. Bible study, Bhagavad Gita study, Quran study, whatever study, right? Teach your religion to your people. Or you are an atheist, no problem, you can talk about the best principles in life, what you can adopt, something like that. Not only talking, you may be a visiting professor, you're very good at technical. Why don't you go and do some free coaching to the children who are deprived, downtrodden? Something you do in life. Don't sit at home and simply tweet it and WhatsApp. What are you going to gain? Nothing. You will just lose your brains after some point of time. Idle man's mind is a a devil's workshop. Similarly, the social media person's brain is also a devil's workshop. You get into more of this garbage, you will become a pollution to the society and to yourself. Stay out of it to the possible extent. Not against social media, it's a wonderful platform. You get a lot of information. Collect information. Please register your thoughts, thinking 10 times, not before that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, good. Workplace, next parameter. Workplace, lot of seniors listening to me, especially IT seniors. You have lot of fear, insecurity feeling. Why? I'm a senior, these junior fellows are all outperforming and I won't share knowledge. I only have the domain knowledge. If I give that knowledge, this guy will overtake me and then they will kick me out of your job. Incorrect assumption. The company will not grow if you are not building juniors who are the future for the next, who are the next generation, who are the future for your company. By giving the knowledge, what happens? You are not emptying your knowledge, you still have wisdom. Approach your HR, approach your manager, approach your what is that, talent and acquisition team. They are going to help you find rotation. See, job rotations, the more you hate it, the more you are pulling down your company's growth. Please go, and please, I am not saying you should change your job within the same company again 6 months once. No, 2 to 3 years is an ideal time. Go work with your manager. If you move on, you will gain knowledge and you can bring the best practices from a point A to point B, and people are able to learn. Don't have insecurity feeling. Always see, when you have talent and potential, if recession is coming and if they want to lay off 30%, you are anyway going to lose your job. What are you going to do after that? You need to build some kind of confidence and dependency in your employer's mind that without you they cannot survive. And how to build it is not to sitting at the same place for 25 years. Sorry, that's not the way to build that potential, that you are such a dynamic person, such a dynamic lady, that anywhere leadership role, or anywhere in terms of IC individual contributor role, or a team lead role, technical role, functional role, techno functional role, business analyst role, whatever it may be. One of the ladies whom I know, I have a great respect. She is a very close friend of mine. She quit IT and she had the guts to go and join a banking sector. She's part of HDFC now, HDFC employee. Why? Because at that point of time, that was suiting her the most. Because she's married and she has got 2 kids, and the kids were growing and she had to give the attention. Therefore, she needs a fixed job from 9 to 5, and therefore she can take care of the kids after that. Or sometimes she want to work as part time, which is not possible in IT that easily. Therefore, even you, it may say part time, but you will end up working for 10 hours every day, right? So she took that bold decision, and she went out of it. This is called as dynamicity. That's why I have a tremendous respect for a lot of ladies these days. I work with both, ladies and men, but I am somehow seeing the ladies are really bold and dynamic. They are ready to get to any extent to execute this thing. Men shouldn't be angry with me. Huh? I'm not saying you are not dynamic, but then not all are dynamic, right? I'm not saying ladies all are dynamic, but most of them are dynamic. Huh? It's safe English, no? So you got the point. Whoever you are, no gender biases, please. Again, don't take me for a ride. No gender biases, but I'm generally telling. These days, the trend is changing. They're very bold. They're very enthusiastic to, execute things on the ground. And really, I like it. Good job, ladies. Keep it up. Good job, men. Keep it up. If you are stuck in the same place, no, today you go and talk to your manager. Otherwise, what happens? You are a pollution to the environment. Why? Because whoever comes, no, they will be coming frightened. This guy knows everything, but he's not giving us control. They escalate to the manager. Manager is also scared of you. Why? Because you are going to file something against the manager during the, what is it? They have a VIA or something like that, right? They take survey year by year to just understand. So you will file something. So don't be a pollution. Don't be a nuisance. Be dynamic. Be open, right? You have potential and knowledge. Who can pull you down? Tell me. Why are you scared? Be courageous. Have a positive mindset. Next, home and family. You are that Mr. Hitler, or you are that Mrs. Hitler. Always, my rule is the rule. My verdict is the verdict. If we have to go, we have to go. If we don't have to go, we shouldn't go, and something like that, right? Or the kitchen vessels will fly here and there. If Madam is the Mrs. Hitler, or Mr. Hitler, the coffee cup will be flying. And what kind of coffee is this? And the plate will be flying. What kind of food is this? There is no salt, or 1 kg salt is inside. Don't show your rage or attitude in the family. Be a kind of a, people pleaser when it comes to family. Please your family. Yeah, you have to lower down your standards or ego, or nullify your ego. Do it. Keep your family happy. Be a happy man. Otherwise, what happens is, the moment you enter, right, this environment, atmosphere changes. All the good moods gets transformed to bad moods, because you are a kind of a person who's moody, having that long face like a train engine. What kind of life your wife or your kids may have, or what kind of wife your husband or kids may have, if you are that long train engine lady, with your face. So think through it. Don't be a pollution to your family. Always build a happy family, an open family, and have the open conversation. You're to a child, become a child. To a wife, you cannot become a wife, but try to meet her standards. And you definitely know who's your wife. You have understood her so much, the likes and dislikes. Similarly, you know the likes and dislikes of your husband. So always strike a common ground, or the approach. Did you not know that I don't like it and all that? No, no, honey, you know that I don't like it, but why did you get this color? Sorry, it was a mistake. So come, let's go and exchange, right? So this is how a conversation should be, right? I don't want to get too much into the marital real matters or affairs, but you are experts to handle to your own husbands or wives respectively. But I'm telling you, sometimes if you don't give up on your ego, if you don't lower your standards, if you're not humble enough, definitely you are going to be a such a nuisance and a pollution to your family. People will hate to live in that house. Trust me. But they won't tell. They won't be open. Oh no, brother. No, my brother. No, my friend. That's a different truth. Whatever. Neighbor. Last parameter. Neighbor and neighborhood. Who are you to your neighbor? Playing that music aloud, knowing that your neighbor had multiple times warned you because the guy is having a sound sensitivity and all that. No, this is my house, I will play. And second, good example with that we close. My time is up. Dogs, you always want a lot of dog lovers are there. Straight house also could not be moved to a shelter home or different place because in my own street it happened, right? There are a lot of dog lovers. Therefore, we told them, hey, you love the dog so much, why don't you adopt one and keep it at your home and take care of the dog? In the middle of the street, it chases all the delivery boys, Amazon delivery boys, and this and that. No, you are such a nuisance. You are not allowing anybody to walk freely. Streets are meant for men to walk, women to walk, children to play, and not for animals are not restricted. But if animal is a nuisance chasing people and biting people, what kind of person you are? I'm a dog lover, I will not allow anybody to touch a dog. Who are you? Or I can even ask, who the hell are you? You are also one of the citizens in that place, right? There are 3 4 people who had been such a hindrance, and the rest of the people could not do anything. Why? Because the law is also on their side. We cannot touch the animal. Say we did not torture, we did not want to torture the animal, want to move it safely to a place where it can be taken care. But no, Cuba or some organizations are there. You can work with them and you move them. We also are animal lovers, right? We also love the nature. We are not here to kill the nature. Sorry, that's not the right attitude. Second, who are they? They are the nuisance and pollution to that street, neighborhood. Neighbor, you have a dog. Take good care of your pet dog inside your home. Do not let in the balcony. In the balcony, it looks at every rat and cat and every moving thing, and it keeps screaming. And the poor fellow is working from home. How will he attend a meeting? Have you ever thought about it? All right, this is enough. I think we have given enough tips to justify the title. Are you that pollution to the society? Are you that pollution in the workplace? Are you the pollution in the midst of the traffic? Are you that pollution in your to your neighbor? Are you that pollution in your neighborhood? I think this is enough. There could be another 10 topics because you are the best judge to yourself. Take care. And if you need any other topics like this, come to us. That's my job. And I do it for free. I'm not charging anyone. I was just joking. Okay. This is my pleasure to serve the mankind. God bless you. Take care. See you soon. Bye.